As many of you know, yesterday the CDC released new numbers saying that in the United States, 1 in 50 children, school-aged children, have an autism spectrum disorder. 1 in 50. Just a few years ago, it was 110. Then last year we went to 1 in 88, and now it's 1 in 50. And I don't know about you, but my stomach just dropped when I heard that. And I felt a growing sense of concern, and not only for our community and what's happening in our world, but what do we have to do to be heard? What on earth do we have to do before someone is going to really take action? And in times of great stress, I find myself thinking, what would Dr. Seuss do? I know, it seems a little strange, but the truth is that Dr. Seuss has given us the roadmap to all things. This is a guy who said, those who matter don't care, and those who care don't matter, right? So I got to thinking about this and thinking, okay, what exactly would Dr. Seuss do? And I was looking through some of our Dr. Seuss books that we have at home, and I saw the words, it's not about what is, it's about what can become. Also a Dr. Seuss quote. And I got excited because I thought, all right, if it's not about what is, what can it become? Is there a way that we can take 1 in 50 and make sure that everyone hears us? If someone isn't panicked about that, they really need to be. And I know we've all been trying for a really long time to be heard on this subject. But if we were to all take a page out of Horton Hears a Who and remember that when the Who's spoke, they could not be heard because they didn't all speak at the same time. And perhaps it's time for all of us to be the Who's in Whoville and to put our voices together in one clear voice. We all know that our children that have already been diagnosed deserve and need therapy. We know that autism can be treated and that we must give them access to therapy. That's something that has to be heard. But likewise, we also need to figure out what is going on in our world, in our environment that is clearly triggering the rise, the exponential rise, an epidemic of autism. We need these two things to happen, and the only way we can really see the progress, the only thing that we've seen in history that has done this, is if there is a national commission that is appointed, one person appointed, to make sure that they put all of the information together and get the help to our kids who have it, and get help for upcoming parents, people who are about to have children, to understand what their risk level is and how to diminish it, and what we can all do to turn this number around. What are we waiting for? For it to be 1 in 10? We can't wait anymore. And so I'm asking all of you to put your voices together. And if you know someone who has any role in politics at all, anybody who has a voice, that you make eye contact and that you say to them, 1 in 50, what are we waiting for? And the great Dr. Seuss quote, and you look them right in the eye to hold them accountable and say, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. The great words of Dr. Seuss, but together we can turn this around. Make the statement. Make it as often as you have to. Be one voice. Let's think about, what would Dr. Seuss do? 1 in 50, it can't get any lower.